Hello everybody, thank you for watching another episode of Beer Me, a very special episode, week 2, round 2 of Farch Madness, our 16 seed tournament to pick the very best beer. You see, we got a little fancy for you tonight, we got a candle lit, yeah, very nice, right? A little lamp for you guys, drinking by the shade.
Get it all romantic.
Right, hockey glove in case things get a little too freaky, and an NWO sign in case you need to get your ass handed to you for any given reason. Okay, on to round 2. Just like last week, this week, we pulled a lottery, and these are the 4 beers that came out. You might ask yourself, how would we pull these names in the lottery? Do we get a giant ball like the NBA and pull little balls out? Is it like the Mega Millions lottery? You know, what do? We rely on what, Martin?
This big-ass head. We don't got money, so we just use this big-ass head and pieces of paper.
Little pieces of notebook paper. So it's pretty low budget, but we're low-budget guys for all you ladies out there. Yeah. Martin, if you'd like to get us kicked off.
Go with some Wild Blue. I actually chose this because it's kind of fruity drink, whatever, and you can't taste the alcohol, and it's going to get big points just because it's 8% alcohol by volume.
Remember, every beer will be judged on taste, texture, aftertaste, and alcohol by volume percentage. So even if you were the type of, Martin, can you please show everyone the way that beer is looking there? You'll see that it does look pretty handsome. As you pour it, it looks a little like wine or grape juice. It tastes a lot like blueberries. I had it before, but we'll try it again. So let's give it a shot. You notice that our cameraman, who is a guy, for some reason, has a Backstreet Boys ringtone on his phone that just went off. I'm sure it was a message about, Beer Me, but all in all, I have to leave that in there. I will not edit that out because he is one of those type of people for having that song on his ringtone. Thank you for sharing that with us, buddy. On to the Wild Blue, giving it a minute to set in your tongue here. The first taste, listen, the first time I tried it, it was very, 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 very warm. I thought it was disgusting. Having it a second time around, taking a big swig, I'm liking it. I'm liking the flavor going down. It does taste like blueberries, but it's not overwhelming. It's actually more of the lager that you taste, that beery taste, more than the blueberry this time around. I'll hit you back on the aftertaste. Martin?
Well, just like he said, we drank it warm last time, and this time's a whole lot better, because last time it kind of tasted more on the wine side, and that's why I thought it was more of a fruity drink that you give to a girl that you want to take home later on in the night, because they're going to get drunk after this.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, based on alcohol by volume, though, it's 8%. That's good stuff. The taste going down. The aftertaste, whenever you get a beer that tastes like a berry of some sort, you get that, that alcohol in the back of your throat. It's a little burny because it's a powerful flavor. That's what I got. Pretty nice. I'm going to give this beer, now normally because of the way it tastes, I would have gave it like a 6, right? Like a 6. It's got 8% alcohol by volume. I'm going to give this thing an 8. Martin?
I'm going to have to agree with Mike. Aftertaste is not that bad at all. I like all cranberry products, juice, whatever. So when I saw it in a beer, I'm like, yes. And I'm going to give this an 8 also.
An 8 for Martin, an 8 for me. I'll pass this.
Six.
Guess I'm going to give that one a 7. I guess, yeah.
Okay, so you see what the judges think. Let's move on to the next beer. It's competitor, the Polish Prince, Tajski. Martin, will you do us the honors of opening one of those bad boys up?
Yeah.
You might find that sometimes Tajski is a tricky beer. It sometimes makes twist off. It sometimes makes pop off. So you can either pop off or you can twist off. Either way, you want to be a bad girl while doing it. Okay, we're going to give Tajski a shot. This thing's got a substantial amount of alcohol by volume.
5.6.
5.6. Very nice. Now, this is one of the strongest nights we've had here on Beer Me. Take my cup and I'll give this a shot here.
It's the curse of the big hat, because we didn't pick these beers. The hat did.
Right, the hat's been picking them pretty decent. Last week was a little weak. You seen George Killian's rule them all. Martin, Cheers. Almost didn't cheer him. That was good. Martin, you want to kick this off?
This is actually the first time I ever tried this beer. It's a little bit on the light side, still strong, has good texture. Goes down smooth, but not too smooth. I kind of like that. I'll give you that for taste after Mike.
Listen, I like the beer the way it goes down. Like you said, it does taste like a light beer, but it's still kind of heavy. Maybe it was the Wild Blue still in my stomach, who knows. But it tastes very good. As far as taste and texture go, I think that for having that much amount of, that's more than Budweiser. That's more alcohol by volume than Budweiser. And Budweiser's my favorite beer. It gets me crunked out of my brain. This one has a little bit more, and I think it tastes a little lighter. More beer fans.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So, I've got the aftertaste in my mouth. I'm going to give this beer all around. Now, I would give this beer a 9, but don't forget, we judge it by alcohol by volume, so take a little off that. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7. Martin?
Aftertaste, not too much there. I like my beer to kind of, when I drink it, kind of stay there with me, until the next time I want to take another sip. It was pretty much gone, and just because of that, I'm gonna go with a 6.
Martin gives it a 6. I give it a 7. We'll see what our judges think right after this. Here you go, judges.
Seven.
Now on to our second round. Of course, this is Blue Moon versus Guinness Extra Stout. Not going to waste a lot of time then to tell you that I was the one that selected this Blue Moon. So if we win, baby, you know it. You know who selected this one. First beer at hand, of course, Blue Moon's brewed in Golden, Colorado. We've had this beer on the show before. Okay, you saw us drinking it up in the backgrounds and stuff like that. Very tasty stuff. One of the first craft beers I ever tried in my life. It was actually one of the pioneer beers to get me into trying craft beers, as well as the Sierra Nevada that I'm about to go for right now. Just give it a shot, Mark. Mark?
I think I've told you guys this before. I've had bad history with it, but man, that history just seems farther and farther away every day, or every time I drink this, and it's great. I mean, we've had it with orange, we've had it with lemon.
Very good. Very, very, very good.
Candy cane, and it's great whichever way you have it.
We did have it with candy canes. You guys all saw that on the first episode. Martin, you ready to judge this thing? Sure. I mean, for me, personally, now that I've had time to develop my little aftertaste, I really didn't need to develop it. I knew it from the get-go. I love this beer to heart. It's very great, and I think that I have to give this beer, because I think the only thing missing with this would be higher alcohol by volume percentage, I'm going to have to give it a 9. Martin, what are you giving this thing?
I'm going to hit the same point he is. The alcohol by volume is not that high. Could be higher. I wish it was higher. But because of that, I'm going to give it an 8.
So a 9 for me and an 8 for Martin. That's 17. Let's see what our guest judges give it. Judges?
8. Don't be late. It's great. 9.
Welcome back to the second round. We're going to kick this off as good as we can. This one's going to be Guinness Extra Stout. Now, before I try my Guinness, I like to clean my palate out with a great pale ale, and that's Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. I've just left something for Martin in the air, a way to show him that I love him, and I appreciate drinking with him. This is the way men say hi, and the way men say goodbye. And I'm trying to actually kick Martin out the show and give it all to myself. That's why I farted. Brave soul he is, has decided to stick around.
I'm just that strong. I'm not that easily moved.
Martin, get this Guinness Extra Stout open for us. This thing is roughly 7% alcohol by volume, okay? It's one of the heaviest hitters of the night. It should have went up against Wild Blue, but it's all about how the cookie crumbles. The cookie crumbled this way. Automatically, you'll know that it's beating Blue Moon because of the alcohol by volume percentage. But this is Guinness Extra Stout. This is a beer that any Guinness lover will tell you, and any beer drinker will tell you, you have to really get a flavor for. You have to really get this taste acquired on your tongue, because you'll see that it doesn't foam up, it doesn't get really crazy. This is as much foam as it's really going to get.
It's just dark. I can't even see any light going through this.
There's nothing. This is like an illegal tint on a car. This is ridiculous. Still burping from all the beers we tried tonight, especially that Tysky. We're going to go ahead and give this a shot. Last beer of the night. Well. Martin?
Definitely has a lot of taste. There's your mouth is just tingling with all these flavors. It's very filling. This is not a beer that you go and buy 10 cases of because you could drink all of it. It's not going to happen. This is a very filling beer. This is something that you buy like a 12-pack and you could drink maybe all day. It'll take you all day just because it fills you up that much. The texture is good. I'm still trying to get that aftertaste.
Listen, the taste going down surprisingly well. To all my Guinness lovers, I'm sorry. I badmouthed you guys for so long because I just thought that Guinness was the worst bread water tasting thing you could ever have. But to every Guinness drinker and to True Brew Drew from, I don't know where you're from, buddy, I'm sorry. I think this beer went down fine. Compared to the Wild Blue Lager and the Blue Moon, I think this is a man's beer. I don't know about you, Martin, but this could change my mind on Guinness. Maybe because it's in this big-ass bottle and it's cold. But as far as everything, including the aftertaste and the alcohol by volume percentage, I give this thing I give it an 8. Martin? That's a can of Dutch Boy, by the way. Holler back. Martin?
I concur. I'm going to give this an 8.
You know, I love it. I love it. It tastes great. We're going to see what our celebrity judges think about it. We don't have celebrities like A-listers. We got like Z-listers. Yeah, but they're still handsome people because I think they're all related to me. Judges?
Pennzoil, 3. Fuck that beer, 3. There you fucking. Can you feel